they might not be perfect, but you have to get somewhere in it, because if not, there's going to be problems everywhere. So let's see a squat. And go again. Go again. So he's a nice example of not a huge amount of ankle dorsal. Just turn to the side there, face that way. He wouldn't have a huge amount of ankle dorsiflexion here. Okay, yeah, let's go. So if you're looking at the tibial angle, and then what's his toes doing? Why? Try and give him some stability here. Okay, I won't look at that anymore if you don't mind. I'm not going to stay here. So we're gonna squat now, and you're actually not bad. You actually have the pattern, and the problem with you is you're all body aware. Come through a few years of this, you're going to have with people who there's no awareness there whatsoever. Okay? So, let's give the cue. I want you to, so if you're coaching a squat, so stand like this, put your feet wherever you want really. They don't have to be directly straight, but you're not going to be Charlie Chaplin either. Okay? Maybe 11 o'clock and 1 o'clock, whatever's comfortable for you, because our hips aren't always the same. So they usually go into that position. Alright? Now what I want you to do is sit your bum back and down. Yeah, and back up, that's fine, just halfway, and back up. Let's do that, keep your chest up, chin up. Good. Now, if he had a stick over his head, what would this look like? Yeah, very far forward and a lot of pain in his back, okay? Just stand up on one leg there. Keep your leg straight. Very good, yeah. Hold the leg up like that. Toe grabbing mean? Again, he's looking for what? Stability. Okay? So you can see with this person go more stability, even though it looks like he's very poor range of motion, what you definitely, and he does, but what you need to do to give him that back. And start here. Start nipples to knees, really. Okay? Definitely glute and core here. Okay, if there's someone like this, you're not bad with the hip hinge, so you're grand. I'll just do a really bad hip hinge to say you're going to get someone squat. What's the problem here? Knees. Where's the movement coming from? Just if you can identify that. All these. Okay? So, talk to me. Fixed.
Sit your bum back.
Sit your bum back and down. Okay? But what do some people do then? Yeah, they don't move the knees at all. So is there knee movement? Yes, but it comes slightly after the hips. So you initiate it from the hips, sit your bum back and down. So if I do that without a hinge, you'll see my hips, my bum going straight down. If they go straight down, where's my knees? Automatically over it. Now later on in rehab, that's fine. How do you squat or move without your knees going in front of your toes? You can't. It's fine. But early stage, is it fine? No, and coach the pattern properly. So you may have to coach posterior tilt and hip hinge. Okay? If they can't get it that way, sometimes just by having that there can work. Okay? So just go into your posterior tilt, have something to touch, lightly to touch, and back up. As they progress on, move them a little bit further forward. And if they get that, great. Another way of getting someone to hip hinge properly, and if they can do it at home, make sure they're doing it right. Because what's the problem with this when someone goes home and does it, and you're telling them to do it little and often? They're standing at their table, and what are they doing? Okay, it's all to the knees. So they come back 2 weeks later, having hammered their knees a little bit more. So this is a bit more fail-safe. Okay? If you've been shown this stuff before, 3 points of contact, feet comfortable, and all you're doing is keep that in contact there, sit back, and back up. So your end position, you only need to go to there. Okay, look at my knee position, my head position, I'm not jammed there. And I like this one because if I'm doing it wrong, I know I'm doing it wrong. So for example, what's the problem there?
Lift, not sleep.
So it's lifted off, okay? So they have that feedback straight away. So it's more difficult for them to do it incorrectly. Alright? If you want to make it easier than that, because people still won't be able to do that, and if you're tightening your T-spine here, and you've got lot of strong guys and stuff, it's difficult to even do that, and it's painful. So you can bring it further. Now, what's the problem here for reconstruction? Well, you can't do this, okay? But for a lot of problems, you can. So get them started in this position. You're taking your knees out of it. Just tell them to sit back on their heels. And you just groove this pattern. Do it 20 times. Okay? Then get them up, and they'll automatically, a lot of the time, be a little bit more comfortable in that stance. And then you get that away from them, and then you coach them. Okay? You can hold it this way as well. Line up against the wall, have their toes or their nose like about a centimetre away from there. Hands here on their thighs, and just sit back into the heels, keeping that there. Okay, again, if you look at the position here, it's difficult to do it wrong. Okay? That's in general. I'm not giving you that for ACL. With the ACL stuff, we are going to do it this way. If you're more comfortable and you want to do it just that way, then that's fine. Okay with that? But two big movements you need to coach. Posterior tilt and hip hinge. Alright? Okay, so then, quarter squat, go down a little bit of the way. And half squat, go down further, and then full squat, go down as far as you can. Okay, trying to keep your chest up, chin up. That'll be difficult for some people. What's the little way you can help them out of that? If they've got a restriction with ankle dorsiflexion, for example. What? Lift the heels. Put your in there, but like this. You need something a little bit more substantial than this. Obviously something that doesn't roll. Okay, up like that. It's just something. You know the plates in the gym, perfect. Just something stable, okay? And if they're doing it at home, 2 old books or something like that. That can take the ankle dorsiflexion restriction out of it, and then someone has an awful lot freer to get down there. Okay? You could be all day trying to coach the perfect squat, so let's go with what you can get. Alright? If, for example, I'm doing this here, maybe I'll get you here actually, pop up. And go into a squat there, go into a squat with one leg of valgus. Okay? Here we go. Okay, good. So you can see what's happening there. Yeah? How would you correct that? How do you correct a dysfunctional pattern?
Just make it more dysfunctional.
Make it more dysfunctional. Okay? So, and it's a very, very simple one. They get the movement, it's in their head, they practice it, it's done. So you can have an automatic change straight away with this. So do the exact same thing. I'm going to apply a little bit of pressure there, but don't and push your knee in. Okay? Let's go. Okay, so you can keep going. And then once they do that, they have that straight away. Now, how do you get them to recreate that at home? Band. Band up over the knee, and then off they go with it. Okay with that? So it's the coaching side of things that's difficult there. And it's in terms of your hip hinge, posterior tilt, and off you go.